Hey, Youth Company. This is your Places call. Places for top of show. Places, please. All right, standby sound. Sound, go. Standby lights. Lights, go.
What is a phoenix?
A mythical bird.
An idea.
A thing.
A fiery being.
The strength of a titan.
The healing powers of Apollo.
When it feels its life has come to an end.
It goes beautifully with the blazing flame.
And a new life arises from the ashes.
Phoenixes thrive in the flame.
Just like the phoenix, man can rise from the ashes after devastation and loss.
So much loss, so much pain.
So many wars, burning life into ashes.
With every new blazing flame rises a new civilization.
Where will the world be 500 years into the future?
No one can know.
Will there even be one at all?
In order to be reborn, we must acknowledge our problems, our faults.
We must fix our world.
We must set it right.
We must.
This can't go on any longer.
The world is burning.
The world is burning.
The world is burning once more.
And blackout. Music, go. Stand by show curtain. Show curtain, go. Spotlight on Vanessa. And go.
Hey world, it's our time now. Time to come together and stop this fighting somehow. Hey world, the separation damage, it's all been said and done. It's time to come out as one. Hey world, hey world. Let there be peace in you tonight. Together we'll make this right. Let there be no more hate and crime. Let there be light, 'cause in the end it'll be us, one step at a time. We have no choice. We have no choice. It's just you and me, and together one voice.
What does the world need to hear right now? The world needs to know every issue that has taken place on this planet about racism, sexism, global warming, war, pride, communication, death, fear, absolutely anything that you can think of. That's what the world needs to hear. Everything is important. There is nothing that is stupid or insignificant. Every issue needs to be spoken about and worked on. I've always feared the sound of my own voice, thinking about how my words are wrong and meaningless, afraid to speak up about the things that I believe matter. I always told myself that someone else will say it better. Someone else will fix it. My voice won't matter, but maybe theirs will. But I realized that if I don't say something, then maybe no one else will. Someone has to start the conversation. So why not me? Why not you? Don't ever feel discouraged when people talk over you and try to take your words. When they start to scream, you scream louder. There's no reason to stay quiet, and there's no better or worse. There's only differences in creativity in the ways of speaking. Everything you say, whether you think it's good enough or not, is important. We judge ourselves for not speaking, and we judge ourselves for when we do. We can't beat ourselves up for not getting to hit all the right points on every topic. There's too much to talk about. Not enough time in the day. But there is always tomorrow. And one of these days, we will say something that really matters, and the whole world will hear it, and they will start screaming.
The ABCs of America. I am an astonishing Afro-Latino gay man, and although I can appreciate the acceptance that I am given now, let's take a second to assess how we arrived here. Please be aware, I am an angry Black man. Society beats on my back, breaking my bones, leaving me bruised. They cut my calves while I collected their cotton cane, crippling me. And then these crackers waving their Confederate flags call me coon when I question my creation. Did you not drag me from my land through a door of despair and discrimination, deciding that I was not worth a dime? Besides, I'm only 3/5 a man, remember that? Every day, I ease down the fields, earning nothing, while you eat away at my culture, my existence, my everything. Oh, and let's not forget how you forced yourself into our females and called me faggot, declaring that by the faith of God, I was doomed to an eternal future of hellfire. Oh, speaking of God, you grabbed the golds and metals from my land and gave me a new God, destroying my faith and traditions. How dare you speak of the heavens when you heathens hate me for having melanin? Once independent, it didn't end there. You said that we needed our water fountains and ice cream parlors because our intellects couldn't intersect. Funny how you couldn't join us, but you turned us into a joke, gyrating and jiving like Jim Crow with that black jelly textured paint on your face. Then you created your clan to kill us in the street, kicking our skulls into curtsides. Listen to me as I lament and long for a better land that is truly free, with liberty and justice for all.
I don't want today to be remembered as a hideous time. I don't want my world to be known as a symbol of death and destruction. I want it to be a symbol of hope, strength, life, and rebirth. Yes, my world is burning right now, but I hope it will one day rise from the ashes and be reborn. I want to have a new beginning, a new possibility of a better life. One better than that of today, one that doesn't need to burn like the phoenix in order to be reborn. If I could heal just one piece of this world, I would do it to people. We're broken so much. I want us to see our faults. I want us to fix them. I want us to let this old, crippled world arise once again into a new, beautiful birth full of life and desire.
Communities joining together to mourn the victims of racism and violence. Their mission, Stop Asian Hate.
It has been a day of unity with Asian Americans and supporters calling for change.
Did you see the news, Mom? I mean, there was a mass shooting in Atlanta that targeted the Asian community. I mean, 8 people died. They said that the person that started the attack was having a bad day. I mean, are you kidding me? This reminds me of the Asian man in California who was attacked. They mocked him, humiliated him, beat him on his back with poles. He was only picking up cans, and then 2 minutes later, he has bruises all over his face. The people that attacked him were Black. I mean, I just don't get it. How are minorities supposed to support each other when we're also contributing to racism? Being biracial, I got called ching chong, kids pulled their eyes back. When I bring chicken adobo to school, kids looked at me as if I was an alien because it smelled weird. Society thinks it's just black and white. It makes me angry that people don't see the bigger picture, that racism is within every minority group. I mean, I get nervous to hold people accountable. I get quiet. I overthink what I'm going to say because I don't want to offend anyone. But that's the problem. People don't like getting called out, and when they do, they get defensive. The mass shooting in Atlanta wasn't something new. It's been happening for years and years, all the way back to imperialism and colonialism. Mom, I have tried talking to my friends, even my teachers. But no one listens to me because they're scared. Scared to realize that racism still exists. Are we not important enough to be talked about? Do we not deserve the same recognition that BLM got? Is that the issue? Are we not on their Instagram feed? Does someone need to get killed again? Mom, I am tired of seeing my people get attacked every single day. What if you get attacked? What if I get attacked? I'm scared, Mom. But this is what they want to see. Us, people of color, scared, aggressive, out of control. But we're not. I know what's going on. But nobody wants to talk about how racism is still active in our minority groups and inside of us. We need to fight against the oppressor, not become the oppressor.
We've been standing here for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and the waitress hasn't even noticed us.
Hello, can we get a table for 3?
Sorry, I didn't realize you ladies wanted to be seated. Let me see if there's any more space left for 3. So sorry. I don't think there's any more space left.
There's some open seats right there.
Exactly. What do you mean?
Oh, you're right. Follow me, please. Here are your seats. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is everything okay, ladies?
Yeah, everything's okay. Right, Keisha? Nia?
Yeah, it should be fine.
Yeah, don't mind her. She does this all the time. She's kinda...
Yeah, we can tell.
You know, I almost lost my job because of her last week.
What?
No.
Crazy, right? But you ladies enjoy. Let me know if anything goes wrong.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. I think we can handle her. Thank you, though.
Did our waitress just walk past us again?
And again.
And again.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Does she not hear us? Excuse me.
Ugh, why are they so loud? You know, if they're bothering you or anything, you could file a complaint.
No, I think they're fine. They're not bothering me at all.
Isn't it weird that they're here? Don't you think they should be dining at the McDonald's down the block?
No, they're fine. Isn't that a little racist?
Me? Racist? I just thought you wanted a quieter place to eat. Sorry, it's really packed today.
Okay, well, can I see the wine list? No, not the wines by the glass. We'd like this bottle of Côte d'Ivoire, please.
I want to see how y'all gonna pay for all this.
What did you just say?
Nothing. Are you sure you don't want some Coke or Hennessy?
No, we want the wine. Thank you.
Okay. Now, what would you guys like to order?
I'll have the steak tartare and the beef salad.
I'll have the lobster.
May I get the oysters with caviar to start?
You sure these items aren't above your budget? Here's the bar menu. Everything is $10.
We'll be fine. Can you please put in our order?
Here you go. Just tell me when you want your check.
Okay, we're good for now.
Bro, this customer service is horrible.
Tell me about it. She's talking about I didn't know you guys wanted to be seated. What do you think we came here for? Customer service?
Exactly.
Never mind that. It's my birthday. We came here to celebrate, so let's celebrate.
You're right. Happy birthday, girl.
Period.
Check, please.
Here you go. I hope it's not too much.
Oh, don't worry. It won't be too much at all. Thank you for taking such good care of us.
Oh, and you should check the New York Times tomorrow morning for your review. We'll make sure to mention you by name, Karen.
What? No, it's Amy.
Oh, right. Have a good day, Amy.
Toodles, Karen.
If I could heal a piece of this world, it'd be the broken hearts of many people. Broken hearts are the root to a lot of problems in this world. Violence, chaos, robberies, and murders are all done by people who are broken on the inside. If I were to heal every broken heart in the world, there'd be world peace for sure. Imagine how beautiful the world would be. But I know, if I want to heal the world, I'd have to start with me.
There's a piece of this world that I've always wanted to heal. This dog versus dog mentality, this every man for himself mentality. We never really think about how much this can harm us as a whole. Don't you get mad when someone shoves you out of nowhere with no reason to? I know I do. Doesn't anyone get mad when a one kid takes 10 markers when they only needed 3? I remember that being a common struggle when I was a kid. It's funny because those seem like harmless types of rude behaviors, right? But is this really harmless? Really as innocent as everyone tries to make it? Don't you get scared now in the crowds that you'll fall to the ground because of the one person who shoved you and humiliated you? I know I do. Don't you run to the front now of any line and grab as much as you can because you're scared your chances will be gone even if you come a second late? I know I do. The little things, based on this dog versus dog mentality, will carry through your entire life. I've always wanted to heal the world with this. I know I do. I know I can't. This mentality can really ruin some aspects of my life. This mentality is what pushes us forward to fight for ourselves. Yes, I'm scared in the crowds, but if I think about it another way, if someone tries to push me down, I'll rise my way up. I'll stand up for myself. Because while I've grown with fear, I've also grown to grow from those fears. I know I can. There's so much we want to fix. We can't fix it. There's so much we need to fix alone. We can't fix it. But one by one, even when we sometimes think the world is against us, if we for a split second unite, rise up, we can change something. No, we can.
The little brown-skinned girl, hair in braids, gets ready for school the next day. First day of school. New places, new things, and definitely some new faces. The school? Life. The girl eagerly goes to bed waiting for dawn to break. The night moves like a flash, and next thing you know it, she's all dressed up, ready to start the new day. I am the Phoenix. Walking to school, she scrunches her book bag shoulder strapped. Looking to the left, she notices a black man, his pants sagging, as a white cop pushes him up against the hood of his car, frisking him. A few meters down, the same thing is happening to another black man, only he's well dressed. On the right side, she hears the screams and cries of a tiny child pointing at his parents, possibly dead on the ground. She looks up in confusion at her mother. "What's happening, Mama?" she asks. Her mother grabs her hand and starts to walk fast. "Mind your own," she murmurs to her. Looking at this chaos around me, I wonder, am I worthy? Am I able to survive this world that wants to harm me? Am I really the Phoenix that I proclaim myself as? No, I am the Phoenix.
To be a slave? How was that exactly? Well, I'll tell you now. It is to be devalued, to not be treated as a human being, but as an animal or property. It is to be spat at, beaten with a whip, oppressed. It is to feel the never-ending stings on your back and be ashamed of your scars. Do you understand? Maybe you don't. It is to see your sister dragged away, then raped of her innocence. You wanting to defend her, but you don't, because you know the result would be death. You see, to be a slave is to not only be treated unequally, but to feel, touch, taste the hatred, the racism. Put my child, that does not make my ancestors weak. So if you misunderstood, let me enlighten you. To be a slave is to be strong in resilience, brave in perseverance, and knowledgeable, knowing that no matter what you are made to be, they are wrong about who you are, to continue longing for your liberation, even when that didn't seem like an option. The most important part of it all, though, is inheriting this legacy. To learn that you are beautiful and unique because of your melanin, my melanin. So you see, just like a diamond created by pressure, this generation of women and men were born from the torments those before us had to endure. But through this came something so precious, so sacred. And I can proudly say it will forever be the legacy of my color, Black.
Searching for love and peace in a nation that has been divided. Searching for a home and things to eat in a town that has been blinded. Searching for education and ways to make money. Searching for light and hope because we've been misguided. Lost in the ways of the world. A scroll, a follow, a tweet. Lost in the rumors that spread through the street. Being trapped in our rooms and no longer on a stage. And the loss of connection, lacking face to face. The fear of failure holds us back and misconception leads the way. The fear to look in the mirror because of the confidence that we lack. The world has had us take a break, but we need to get back on track. We must fight to get what we deserve. We must work to get what we earn. We must have confidence in ourselves that we won't fall down, and we must follow in the ways of our leaders who show courage and hope so that a change can come. A change to your goals, a change to your life, a change to your old habits, and a change in you. Am I the phoenix? I just continuously feel left out. My parents are like a burden, unsupportive. Where I live holds me back from what I want to do and be in the future. My future, I mean, am I even pretty enough to be what I want to be? An actress, a model? I always feel ugly and unworthy. I always hear something negative from other people about my appearance, but I also hear other things like that I'm beautiful and a very nice person. Hard to believe. Like, is being smart sometimes and somewhat of a good friend a fair thing to say about myself? Because that's how I feel. I feel like in order to be the phoenix, I should feel good about myself. But I don't. What do I do that deserves that title? I mean, I got the principal's honor roll last semester. I was proud of myself. 2 years in a row. But what's an accomplishment if nobody acknowledges it? I've never had someone who always supported me. Someone always falls off or finds something negative to say. I don't even believe in myself. What does it feel like to accomplish something and be proud of yourself for it? I wouldn't know because I don't feel like the phoenix. Frustrating, I know. But what can I do to become the phoenix? be a better person, a better daughter, a better sister, a better friend. I just want to be a better version of myself.
Oh, I don't want to get out of bed. Damn, what time is it? 7:15 in the morning? Yeah, no. But I haven't gone to class all weekend. I don't want to call home. Fine. Where's my computer? I have to wake up mad early to go to a place that I don't even want to be at. Forced to turn on my camera when I just woke up and forced to participate in a class that I hate. At times, I just want to drop out. One, it's too stressful, and two, I don't have the willpower to do these things. I'm losing motivation by the second, all for a grade that future jobs won't even look at. I am stressed out. It would be better if I actually fucking learned something at this point. When would I ever need to use y equals mx plus b in my life? Or need to know the area of a cube? At times, school is just a waste of time, preparing us for a world that doesn't even fucking exist. I'm not doing this today. Camera off. Mic off. It would be better if I actually learned something. I mean, teachers don't care anyways. All they do is assign work on work on work on work, just to stress us out even more. But when I turn in my work, I have to wait for you to grade my work because you have other classes to grade. But don't I have other classes work to do? I don't only do your work. What's your excuse now, huh? I'm talking to myself. Whatever. I should just log on to class.
Yo, hey, look at me. Look, it's okay to not be okay. Look, it's okay to not know where you're going. It's okay to be lost, to still be crumbled in ashes, because eventually you'll be able to find your way to the light.
You got the question wrong.
I know.
You got the question wrong.
I know. You've been telling me all day. Now, could you just please shut the fuck up?
No, you should have been able to answer that question correctly. You have a reputation to uphold. They're gonna think you're an idiot.
I know. You think I don't know that? Look, I know. I know I answered the question wrong, and I know I should have paid more attention in class, and I know that I'm not, well, good enough. But I don't need you to constantly remind me that in the end that I can't do things right.
I'm just worried about you, okay?
Yeah, but it kind of sucks, you know?
Not as much as the time you got a 60 on that test 2 years back.
Ouch. Yeah, that really sucked. Dad chewed my head off for nearly an hour.
Look, I'm here to protect you, okay? I got your back.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do homework right now because you're gonna go ballistic tonight if I don't.
But there's so many other things to do that you're so much better at.
Like what?
So many other things. Let's just say there's an endless cycle. I won't stop. I don't know how to stop, and I don't know how to end. And once it seems like I'm gone, I'll come back again. And then I'll have you spend 3 to 7 hours on social media playing video games. And then you'll say, oh, why did I do that when I have a freaking lab to do? Sorry for yelling, but that is just what I know you'll say at the end of the situation.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna do homework now.
Hey, come back here. Come back here. Ugh!
Sometimes the darkness is overwhelming. It seems endless, a monster that swallowed you whole, keeping you from where you want to be. And sometimes there will seem to be no way out, and you may give up. But if you just keep on trying, even for just that extra second, you'll be able to find your way into the sun. So come on, don't give up. Don't let the opportunity pass because you don't know whether or not you're going to make it, but I do. I know for a fact you're going to make it. All you have to do is try. Just take the shot and let life take you to your final destination.
All right, youth company, we're entering the last act. Let's bring this thing home.
Things tend to go silent in ways that feel familiar. I've never been met with unfamiliar silence. It's not necessarily warm or inviting, it's just commonplace. Expected, I guess. That's not what I'm trying to get at, though. That's not all of what it's like. If it was just silence, I'd be 100% okay. I can handle silence. It's the deafening, crushing sound of inability that combats the silence that makes my brain run wild. What I'm trying to say is that legacy will always be the elephant in the room, the boogeyman in the closet, pursuing this relentless chase after you until you stop running. It's slow, but time is going. And before it does, I intend to make my name known in the, well, for lack of a better term, the book of people who once existed. Now, this book, it can be kind of hard to get into. I'm not saying life of an accountant doesn't matter or is even unextraordinary, but I am saying is that their name may not make it on the first 30 pages. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of everything. And maybe it does. Who's to say? All I know is that I'm not performing in this dismal production of life for absolutely nothing. I'm here to leave something. I've set the stage, have I fixed the lights, have I fixed the set? When I raise the curtain, will the audience like what they see? They say all the world's a stage, and I suppose it's supposed to sound promising, but it also leaves such a huge margin for error. I mean, if my world in the end turns out to be, I don't know, some bad production of Hamlet, then I will die knowing nothing except that I have made so many unredeemable and in the end, unremarkable mistakes. Something needs to come soon. Silence is a virtue I wish to hold no longer.
I find comfort in tomorrow. Maybe even a little too much. I have the late night episodes of remembering all the work I haven't done and all the work that was due 2 weeks earlier. But I've grown fonder of the thought that I can start over every morning. I can stop and breathe, take life in at the moment and realize that I'd rather be meditating and doing things that make me happy instead of work that just stresses me out. Why do I have to do work that just stresses me out? But tomorrow isn't always calming. Sometimes tomorrow is last week's science project's due date, the one I haven't even looked at. Sometimes tomorrow is another early morning of coffee and energy drinks just to feel awake. And depending on tomorrow seems lazy. It sounds like a bad idea because you never know what tomorrow has in store, or if there even will be one, but I'll take my chances because I'd rather depend on tomorrow than dwell on the past because I need to enjoy my present.
Flipping through photographs, the flashbacks come. There are pictures of the days when I lived with my grandma. Days where I played with toys that flickered and said things like, "Let's play!" There's a picture where my sister, perched on top of a little tyke slide, watches me as I lay on my back, sunglasses on, dreaming about something that I can no longer recall. Pictures at the pool, at Six Flags, at weddings, and there I was, but I barely remember. My mom and I were digging through time. She pulled out a big black plastic container full of all of the creative creations we made when we were in our single digits. It reminded me of crayons, unevenly strayed across a short blue plastic table, shortening with each and every carefree stroke. An incomprehensible blob of scribbles became a masterpiece. I pulled out pictures of oinkapees and jip jips, of furtzes and jujubas, but I didn't remember drawing these creatures. The only thing that told me that I was their creator was my name, written in large, uneven letters at the top of the page. So, where has all the time gone? When did life get the chance to change so drastically? To pull back to a present was like being hit by a truck. My grandma, full of kindness and endless love, no longer a person I see every day, stuck on the other side of the world where I can only see her through her kind words and memories. My sister, almost about to graduate high school, a step away from entering the world of adulthood, and me. Empty within, with the loss of motivation and passion, stripped down of meaning and purpose. And I wonder, when did everything change? Am I still the same person I was all those years ago, or am I someone entirely new? I've regained some of the memories and the experiences, but am I a copy? Or still the original?
Who are you? Are you even a who? Are you a what? What are you? In life, we get asked things, stuff we're supposed to figure out the day we're born. But the truth is, no one has a clue. I could say I'm a girl who has her walls up, but I'm also a girl who cries her eyes out in the movie theaters watching The Notebook over and over and over again for the millionth time. You see? The complete opposite. You can be someone or something that flies, the head high, and the next minute get discouraged from one stupid insecurity. We may not know who we are today, but that doesn't mean we won't ever find out who we will become. I take this day and many more to come to figure out who I am. And on this journey, I will not limit myself. I will not criticize myself. And most importantly, I won't deprive myself from happiness. When I wake up, I'll tell myself that I'm beautiful. I am worth it. I am kind. You may not believe what I say, but that's the magic within those words. I like to thank my moments for allowing me to have this challenge, to change, to grow, to become better. Thank you.
Hey, babe, look at this. I can't believe a girl would say something about herself like this.
I want to look good for men. That doesn't sound bad to me.
What do you mean? She's totally degrading herself.
I mean, isn't that why girls wear makeup and shit? To impress guys?
Oh my God, are you that ignorant?
Hey, I'm just saying. Women wear makeup to look good, and men like women who look good. Your beauty is one of the reasons I love you.
Hold on. I cannot believe you just said that. You can last a day as a woman.
Oh, please. You girls have it easy. You have no idea what it's like being on guard all the time. That's just how it is for guys like me. You wouldn't last a day as a man.
Really? Well, if you're on guard, then how come you never say anything about all the creeps that honk their horn or whistle at me while we're walking?
What? When?
You are unbelievable. God, I wish there was a way that you would understand.
There is.
What do you mean?
There's this new app I just downloaded off the dark web. It lets you pick a person to switch bodies with for a day.
Sounds insane. Does it even work?
Not sure, but might as well give it a try. So put your thumb on the phone and think of the person you want to switch with for 3 seconds. Let's try it.
All right, fine. Whatever.
1,
2,
3.
Oh my God. What the actual fuck? I can't believe it worked. Dang, I got tits. Wait, focus, Raymond. Oh my God. This is insane. Huh? Time to have an awesome day as a female.
Ooh. What the hell am I supposed to do now? You know what? I'm gonna go out and see what it's like to being a dude. How are you?
Sorry, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh my god, I'm so glad you're here.
Are you okay?
Hell no, we need to talk. How come you didn't tell me about all those girls you have after you at school?
You don't need to know all of that. You're the only one I care about. Why should it matter?
I do not trust these girls. You're my boyfriend. I should know this kind of stuff.
And oh my god. Tampons!
I thought it would be fun for you to experience that.
Oh, I can't believe you. Oh, by the way, your friends are such assholes.
What do you mean?
Well, I showed up to your school in sweats and a hoodie because I don't know how to get dressed up and all how you normally do, and they fucking ridiculed me.
Oh no.
So you know what I did? I stood up for you.
What did you do?
I told them to fuck off is what I did.
Oh my god, why would you do that? I'm gonna have to fix this shit. Come on, we gotta switch back now.
Okay, all right. Just put your thumb on the app and I'll count backwards. 3, 2, 1. Oh, thank God, I'm me again. Oh, Hair, I missed you. I'll admit, there are some things that I learned about being a guy that I didn't know before. First off, all your friends tried to dab me up and I had no idea what I was doing. But more importantly, I was walking to lunch with your friend and the police were following me like I was some kind of criminal. I hate the subjection you face every day, babe. Tell me when this happens again so we can handle it together.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to keep that part of my life away from you. But I get what you mean. I'll talk to you about it from now on.
Okay, good. I should be here for you. But anyway, what else happened to you today?
Men were following me around and saying really gross things to me. I think I finally get it now. Women got it just as bad as men out here. Like, I didn't realize how being stalked felt until I was you. It's just fucking disgusting. Like, look, I'm so sorry. I didn't know what it was like to be sexualized like that.
So, you admit that women are not just objects and we should be treated with the same respect as you?
Yes. You're right. I'm really sorry.
And I'll admit that guys have to deal with some crazy toxic male stuff that I wasn't aware of. And that sucks.
Yeah, thanks. And I will buy you tampons from now on.
I love you, babe.
Love you too.
I am the Phoenix. I've been born again after each time I fail. I am the Phoenix. I'm reborn from my self-doubt. I am the Phoenix who said to myself when I was feeling down, I can't do it, I'm not good enough. I am the Phoenix who said I actually can do this and I am good enough. I am the Phoenix who has friends that support me and friends who said something to me that was full of love and they made my wings spread and rise up. I feel alive, joyful, rejuvenated. I feel like I came out of a long, hard cry. My friends lifting me up, mending my broken heart. That feeling you get after letting out all the sadness, grief, and anger. A clean slate, I guess you can say. I want to have a good life, a good future, full of love, whether that's self-love or love from someone else. in this moment. Well, any moment. How can I accept love when I don't even love myself? There's a lot of self-doubt. Sometimes the negative thoughts take over. I want to find that inner peace, inner love in myself, you know?
If I can change the world just for one day, it would be the best day in history. There'll be free ice cream and free pizza. People ride on elephants and giraffes instead of cars. There'd be a big parade down 42nd Street, along with mini parties on every corner of the street. There'd be a huge bouncy house where kids from all races and ethnicities will gather around to pounce in unity. There'll be a ticket blaster, like the ones at Chuck E. Cheese, but instead of tickets, I'll fill them up with money so everyone can have the opportunity to be financially stable. I'll host a water balloon fight at Central Park where guns will become water guns. Women and men will be seen as equal. The rich and poor will chow down on big, fat, juicy burgers together. There'll be a no drug policy. And anyone who breaks this rule will be sent into a infinite Tsukiyomi, like the ones in Naruto, but just for like 5 minutes so they could reflect on their bad behavior. There'd be positive vibes only. Everyone will be stress-free, and most importantly, everyone will be happy.
Wow. Is this it? Is this really how I'm gonna lose? I've come so far on my journey. I'm so close. I'm right there, man. I'm so tired though. Should I really keep running? They've already passed me, and soon I reach the finish line before I do. Why do I keep running? I can just stop and let it be done, man. No. I can't lose. I'm the fastest. At least I hope I am, right? My speed's a gift from the Lord himself. I was born fast, man. I can't quit. I'm not a quitter. I've got to win. At least I got to try. I can't quit. Not now. I'm tired, but I got speed. And I got hope. I'm the Phoenix. And I will win.
I am the Phoenix.
After crawling through the depth of fiery self-doubt
and tiredness,
like a phoenix,
I rise.
I lift my voice
as I fly from the flames
and jut my wings about,
basking in their bright glory.
I dance around the land,
putting out the fire beneath my feet.
My sharp talons
sinking into the ground.
As I find groundedness.
I am hot.
I am blazing.
When I enter the room,
eyes turn.
I am bright.
I am bold.
I am the Phoenix. Buried in the ground, they shut us down. We didn't know. The newborn and the old, we've changed the game, so we've been told. In a world full of people who don't know what to say. so hard to get us down. We're so renowned, but we will rise up, rise up. Brightest day we didn't come to play, and we will rise up, rise up. The others try so hard to get us down. We're so renowned, but we will rise up. We will rise up. Brightest day we didn't come to play. The change is coming and it's on its way. Ooh, we're rising till the world's just not the same.
And blackout. All right, everyone, on stage for curtain call. Lights, go.
I am light, I am love, I am the answer to the call to rise above. I will stand, I will not give up. I am committed to a win-win kind of world. There are some times when we all want to let go, but in this moment we should come together and grow. For a long time I was afraid to use my voice until I realized that I mattered and there's power in my choice. Crooked politics, no acknowledgement. It is such a shame, innocent people slain. There were hurricanes, then COVID came with no relief and who's to blame. Now there talks of war, we don't know what for, but a piece of peace will open doors. So stand with me with an open heart, no longer in the dark. 'Cause I am light, I am love, I am the answer to the call to rise above. I will stand, I will not give up. I am committed to a win-win kind of world. I am light. We want a revolution. I can see the time is now. Here are solutions, because abundance is what I find. Education with quality leads to discovery. Humanity is in recovery.
All right. Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Denise Hughes. I'm the Manager of Education Programs here at MCC Theater. Thank you for joining us for Uncensored 2021. Young Voices Rising. Let's give them all another virtual round of applause. We are so excited to be here with several members of our phenomenal cast, as well as our co-directors, Jen Shirley and Kevin Carrillo. We are gonna get the conversation started. I'm gonna ask an initial question, and then I'm gonna hand it over to y'all as our audience and have y'all ask a few questions of them as well. All right, amazing cast, congrats again. Congrats, happy closing, y'all. I wanna make sure that we have your name, pronouns, where you are calling in from, like city you're calling in from, and one thing that you've learned about yourself during this process with MCC Theater. Who wants to take it first? Indy?
Sure, I can start. My name is Indijan, but I go by Indy. My pronouns are he, him. I'm calling in from the Bronx, New York. And one thing I've learned about myself is I I can be much more laid back than I give myself credit for. I'm a very hands-on perfectionist, but with this, I just had to trust the editors and the directors and our amazing crew and people behind the scenes with all the tech stuff. And I came in on the last day and I see all this beautiful like editing work done, and I'm like, oh, it finally, all the hard work came to fruition. So for someone who likes to see everything happening, which is something that we're granted in live theater, just being laid back and trusting the process is something that I definitely like had to learn, and I've learned about myself throughout this.
Love that.
Hi.
Jojo?
Hi, my name is Jodelnis. I go by Jojo. I'm calling in from the Bronx, New York, period. Something I learned from this show was definitely how to talk about how I was feeling and put it into words, because that's what we mostly wrote about, like how you're feeling, and whatever topic we had, we literally had to write like on the spot. So that's something I had to learn because I'm not used to writing on the spot. So it was something, it was really good to start doing that and learn to get better at it through time. So yeah, I thank MCC for that.
All right, we're going to pass it right along to Labiba.
Okay, so hey, my name is Labiba. I go by pronoun she, her. I'm also from the Bronx. And okay, so one thing I've learned definitely is okay, it's definitely like how to write a monologue about myself. Because personally, I'm a story writer. I tend to write about other characters, and like I will have definitely themes based of my own opinions and my stories. But like I never personally write about myself, so it was just cool to like have a monologue that was just all me. It was not hiding behind a character or hiding behind anything else. So it was really cool to have the experience.
All right, Malika?
Hi, my name is Malika. I'm calling in from Moscow, Russia. And something that I've learned is how to put my emotions, my feelings, and my opinions into words, into monologues, because it's actually been a challenge for me to do so in the past. I could never express what I was feeling with my words. It was just in my head. And so thank you, MCC, for teaching me how to do that.
Love that, Malika, and appreciate the dedication all the way from Moscow. Angelica, and then Tamia.
Hello, my name is Angelica. I go by pronoun she, her, and I am also from the Bronx. Yay. One thing I've learned this year throughout the MCC Uncensored group is that I can do and be what I want to do. I don't have to like limit myself to anything. I can do it even though we're in this pandemic where we all wrote from our hearts. We broadcasted this. We did this for 3 days. And even though it was hard sometimes, and sometimes people had connection issues, they had issues with family, we all pulled through and we actually did it. So I'm thankful for that. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Tamia, and my pronouns are she, her, and I'm calling in from Brooklyn, New York. One thing I learned doing MCC is how to be more expressive with my writing, everything. I feel like the students here really inspired me to just be more expressive and really project out what I'm writing using my voice and my body. So.
Yes, thank you all so much for those beautiful responses. We are so glad that we got to learn more about you in this entire process. We have a question from the audience. Creating a remote show must be a huge challenge / accomplishment. What do you think the positives were of being able to create virtually? Jodelis and then Labiba.
Yeah, you're right. Like doing an online show has its positives and negatives, but mostly positives. Like knowing that this show was always done in person and it got done online and we got it done because we performed is one of the biggest positives. Like we got through it. And the biggest negative
is the Wi-Fi. That's literally the biggest negative. Sometimes people have Wi-Fi issues, Zoom doesn't want to work, but we got through it. We did it. So that's the biggest accomplishment that we have.
I would say, okay, so definitely a huge pro for me was that back then, like, I feel like remotely there was like more of a flexible schedule. Like with when you have to do in person, you had to like go to your theater like from your school because I know I was going to school. So like it's like you had to put in commute time, but with Zoom, there's no commute time, just go on. So like I didn't get on way early, so that was definitely a huge pro for me. I agree with Jojo though, the Wi-Fi is so problematic. Like no one will lag out in real life, so it was definitely negative.
Yeah, it's that balance, right? Angelica, do you want to take that?
Yeah. I think that one pro would be the creative aspect. Like it was like if you're in person, you're on stage, you may have props and stuff. You can make it as creative as you want. But with like a Zoom programming, a live stream, you can incorporate like in Naomi's piece, you incorporated all her pictures and stuff. And then we incorporated scenes from the one day that we were together. And I think that all of it came together to be really nice and creative. It looked really nice. No negatives.
Yes, indeed. All right, Tamia, I'm gonna have you weigh in, and then we're gonna go to the next question.
Okay. I think the positive of working in Zoom and stuff is really that since we're all working from like the comfort of our own home, it's like really personal to us, and it's like it's especially like how we are, like how today is with Corona. You can't really go places. It brought attention to like a new way that things can be done, and it was definitely worth it because it was either this or nothing because we couldn't go into the theater. So no negatives for me.
So yes, thank you so much for that, Tamia. All right, we have another question. What are some ways that you all were able to create a sense of community through this virtual platform? Yeah, Andy.
I would say I was actually, if I was answering the last question, that's one of the things that we did amazingly. Like, I remember we spent a lot of time in the beginning of the year just working on getting to know each other. There is this like awkwardness when you first meet people on Zoom, and we spent like weeks just in breakout rooms talking about different things. I remember we even had, oh my God, my memories are rushing back. We had like groups and we made names for them, and we would just have different prompts that we spoke about in breakout rooms. So the same way, if it's like the first day of school and you're at a new lunch table, just talking to new people, we kind of had to force ourselves to do that over Zoom. And to me, I kind of liked it better because I'm talking to you from the comfort of my own home. So making new friends virtually.
All right, we'll go to Labiba.
Okay, so I remember India. I remember that. So you would have these random names on breakout. It was really random, by the way. I didn't know what mine was, but like it was like I like this community because like usually when you're in a program, they was like, oh, we're going straight into work. But like this one, like they actually wanted us to be a community, which I really liked. Because like the number one thing for me is that I want to know the people that I'm like working with. I don't want to be intimidated. Because normally when I first meet people, I'm just intimidated as heck. If I'm never gonna meet them, I feel very nervous. So this felt cool because like everyone was like a friend. Everyone knew each other. We all made jokes in the chat. You know, the positives.
We were all blown away by the type of community that you all created in this virtual realm. And we're gonna hear a little bit from Jen and Kevin about that in a few. But I did wanna also ask another question from the chat, and I'm gonna toss it to you, Tamia, because I saw your hand. When you started, where did you draw your creativity and what inspired you to create the pieces that you did? Do you want to take it to me or you want to take a second? So I'm gonna, yeah.
No, okay. What do you mean? You mean like where do we draw creativity?
Yeah, like what
do we
inspired
do?
your piece for you? What inspired?
A lot of times for me personally, it was prompts because I'm not really like a writer, but like MCC, it was like where it was not that we were forced, but we were really encouraged to like write our own pieces and create our own things. So for me, it came from the prompts and like putting my own spin on like the prompts that Kevin and Jen would give us, and basically just talking about different topics. We just go from there, collaborating with everyone.
Yes, yes, indeed. I'll go to Angelica and then Indy.
As I said, I've said this before, but I wrote my piece at like 3 a.m. Just thinking, because the pandemic has been really hard, and it gives just a sense of comfort. I find comfort in tomorrow. I wrote about something that made me feel at peace during quarantine, throughout the pandemic, and I feel like I wrote that because I knew there's a lot of people that would resonate with that, and yeah, that's what came to my head as soon as we needed to write things, monologues. That's one of the first things I wanted to write about.
Love all your writing. Yeah, and Indy?
I think that this Uncensored particularly focused a lot on like social justice and commenting on the world around us. So for me, just looking at what was going on, things that I've experienced as a Black man, as a gay man, as someone who's genderqueer, and part of the LGBTQ community, looking at how I move through the world and all of my identities. And this doesn't only apply to me, this goes to everyone because we are all so different. We have people coming in from halfway across the world. So just looking at all of our communities and commenting on those things and working to like refine those, I think really boosted or charged my creative fuel, because when you're writing about things that are very close to your heart, you're passionate about them. And I feel like that's what made, at least for me, this Uncensored so special. Everyone was so passionate about the things that they were writing about and performing about. And when a group of people are so passionate, you have a passionate performance and a very energy-filled show.
Yes, yes, for sure. That energy was palpable even through our screens, as we can see in the chat. I had so much love and resonance from everybody. Jen and Kevin, our co-directors, have a question for you two now. So as directors for the Youth Company, Jen, you've been with us for 11 years, yeah? And Kevin for 7. What has been the biggest like shift and challenge with creating like virtual devised theater in this new world? And like, what did you learn about yourselves as creators in doing this with these young people? Yeah, just speaking to the process. Anyone, either of you want to take that?
Gabby, you want to go first?
Sure. Yeah. Making virtual theater in a pandemic, I think what really inspired the work that we were doing and that we did was something Indy actually said in rehearsal. And that was, we are at this moment where, anywhere can be a theater. Our rooms are becoming our theaters. Our living rooms are becoming our theaters. And so we really took that as an opportunity to let where we are right now resonate in the work that we're doing, which felt right and felt right with what we usually traditionally do with Uncensored. And it's that we are talking to the moment we are currently in. Jen?
I completely agree with that. I think the interesting part of making devised theater is very different, I think, than directing a more traditional show where you're handed something that's been created and it's about putting your stamp or your vision on it. Devised theater is really building the bridge as you're walking on it and using the elements that are in front of you. And so this year was about how to build community with the elements that are here. And what we found because that's the, I think maybe JoJo spoke about that, is that we spent the beginning of the year building community, and we found that there's a really amazing intimacy that is possible with this medium, that we really tried to lean into that and to create space for intimate connection in breakout rooms, and and supported the students in connecting with this format early on in the process. And they did an incredibly beautiful job and formed just a strong and powerful community virtually that we've experienced when we meet in person as well.
Love it so much. With deep gratitude to all of y'all, to you, Jen and Kevin, for creating this space, and for the folks behind the scenes for creating this virtual, beautiful world. And most importantly, to our amazing youth company, all of you beautiful folks here right now, and everyone else that is here backstage. We are so utterly proud of all of you. And we are so grateful that you are part of MCC Theater's artistic community. Thank you to everyone that joined us this afternoon for our closing performance of Performance Labs Uncensored 2021, Young Voices Rising. And we hope that in the future that we see you again in person soon. Until then, stay safe and be well. Take care, y'all. Bye.